In this video, I'm going to show you a quick little tip and a change that you can make to your mobile HUD so that you can have better aim and play a whole lot better on a mobile device. All right, real quick, what is it exactly we're going to be doing? We are going to be replacing the middle reticle, which is at the center of your screen, with a button from your HUD. Why do you want to do this? Well, for a couple of reasons. For one, it actually helps your shots so that they're a whole lot more accurate and you can hit the center of your screen every single time, which means that if you can aim your center of the screen exactly where you want to be, you don't have to worry about whether or not it's going to hit because it's a lot more likely to. And don't worry if you're a little bit skeptical on whether or not this will work, you can always change it back later. So go ahead and give it a try and let me know what you think in the comments. So let's go ahead and jump into how to set this up. You'll notice I already have my screen where I'm showing my reticle, and when I zoom in, you can see it closing at the center of the screen. I'm gonna go ahead and add the button real quick. The way to do this is you wanna go to your HUD layout tool, and then what you want to do is swipe up to the top and pick any one of these buttons that you have up here, ones that you aren't already using and don't plan on using in the future. And don't worry, if you do decide to use them in the future, you can always change it and use a different one as well. I personally like to use this cycle weapons up button. It makes it a little bit easier because I never use this button, and all you have to do is take it to the center of your screen. It's okay, it's a little bit of guesswork right now. We'll show you how to get that accurate. And then what you want to do is make it as small as you possibly can, making sure that both this slider and this slider are as low as they possibly can go. Next, once again, you just want to make sure you try and get it to the center of the screen best you can. Don't worry if it's not accurate. I'll show you how to fix it real quick. Next, what you want to do is you want to apply and then hit exit. Now you notice my reticle is a little bit off, or at least the button is. When I zoom in, it's not completely centered, but we were pretty close. You will probably have to go in and adjust it just a couple of times to get it as close to perfect as you can. Don't worry, like I said, it'll take a couple of tries, and then once you've got that done, you're set to go. Next, what you want to do is, and this part's really optional, you can either turn the reticle off or leave it on. This is the part where it's zooming in, see how it's changing right there? I prefer to have that turned off because I like to just have that one button be the only thing that my mind is looking at so that I can make sure my aim is as optimized as possible. But of course, you can decide whether to keep that on or not. Really, it's your choice. So here I'm going to show you how to do that just in case you decide to follow my lead and turn off your reticle. You want to go to your settings, and then you want to tap over to this tab right here. And you want to click at the very top. It says reticle. You want to go ahead and turn that off. Hit apply and then go back. You'll notice that my reticle is now gone. When I zoom in, all you see is the button. Now that you've learned how to set this up, let's go and talk about some of the pros and cons of using this. First of all, the cons. I'm all about saying what's difficult first and then talking about why it's good later. So first of all, the cons. First con is really you can't see the reticle close. So you'll notice before that my reticle had closed so I could see when I was aim on sight and it was able to close. That is one con just because you don't know how much bloom you're gonna have on a specific weapon, whether that's a shotgun, which don't really have too much, and then AR, which is really the ones you're gonna struggle with the most, or of course a hand cannon, which aren't currently in the game. Another con that you could probably face is one of the latest updates that came to Fortnite Chapter 2 is that when you aim at an enemy, your reticle will turn red. As you'll notice, this doesn't happen when you're using the button. It won't turn red when your reticle is actually aiming at the opponent. So that is kind of a con, but to be completely honest, I never really used that. Simply because I thought it was silly to wait until the button turned red to know you were able to shoot. You should know based off of game sense and understanding how to play when you should be shooting and when you should not. So there's one con, but really if you're playing at the level that you want to be playing at and really trying hard to become better at the game, that really shouldn't be something that's holding you back. But I wanted to mention it here just in case it was something you thought of. Next, I want to talk about the pros. Some of the pros of replacing the button instead of a reticle is, first of all, you're going to have much better accuracy. And the reason being is because you're looking directly at the center of your screen. You don't have to worry about where the balloon's going to go because it's going to be as centered as possible, which is going to give you the most optimal results you can get. Another pro is that you know exactly where you're aiming. You're going to hit more headshots, especially with shotguns. I've definitely noticed that my shotgun aim has been able to increase greatly, especially when moving around a lot or doing flick shots, because I know exactly where the center of that shotgun is going to be, and I can hit my shots just a little bit more often, especially those headshots. Another great one is the pre-aim your target with a sniper. I love this one, especially if you're trying to go for a no scope or if you're trying to go for a quick scope. Basically what happens is you have that circle there no matter what, whereas if you have a sniper out, you actually don't have a reticle until you zoom in and then you're in the scope. So what's great about that is you know exactly where the center of your screen is, so that when you zoom in, you actually see where the shot is going to go beforehand, so you can do a quick scope or be a little bit more accurate with your no scopes. All right, and that's how to do it. There's how you can increase your aim on Fortnite Mobile, whether you're playing on a mobile device or an iPad. I hope that you'll give this a try and let me know what you think, so that you can continue to get better and become a better Fortnite Mobile pro. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. And of course, you can always use my Sweats edit course, which is what I'm on right now, so that you can continue to practice your aim, edits, and builds and continue to get better at the game. Hope you found this helpful. Keep killing it, and I'll speak with you soon.